Welcome back to the MLG Pro League. Mr. X joined by Chance, winner of the cast-off. Excited for LA, Chance? We both get in the same day?
We do. I don't know. Excited, nervous, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, just the whole experience so far, actually going to Ohio, actually going to LA. It doesn't really seem believable yet, so it hasn't quite hit me.
Yeah.
But
it won't seem believable even when you get the champs, and there'll be thousands of people there, hundreds of thousands of people watching online, and they'll be watching you.
Yeah, it's really tough trying to explain to like family and friends what the whole deal was. Just, hey, like, Ian, what are you doing? I was in Ohio. What were you in Ohio for? Well, you see, there's this game, Call of Duty, professional, it's all this. Some people laughed, some people didn't believe me.
The worst is explaining it to, like, girls. Like, I'll meet girls, they'll be like, what do you do? I'm like, well, I talk over video games. Yeah, like, what do you do for a job? I'm like, I talk for video games. Then it's a whole explanation. They're like, do you do Mario? And I'm like, no, you don't do Mario. They think I'm like speedrunner type of guy. I don't understand it. It's so difficult. My grandparents, I try and explain it to them too. They don't understand. They watch it on the iPad. They think it's live. It's a rebroadcast. They don't get anything. It's difficult.
I know what you mean. I'm used to scaring girls off whenever they ask, oh, hey, what do you do? Oh, I work in mortuary transportation.
Yeah, how does that go over when you tell girls you work in mortuary transportation?
It's like 90% of the time, they just straight up don't believe me. The other 10%, they just shut me down instantaneously.
How'd you end up doing that?
Okay, I went to college for 2 years. I was studying criminology at NC State, and I wasn't exactly happy with that. So I dropped out of school, although I'm going back in the fall, so clearing that up. But I mean, I needed to have some sort of job, and I applied to 15, 20 jobs during the summer, and the only one that stuck was mortuary transportation. So that's what I did.
It's all right. My uncle used to have a truck that I used to work on at like 3 a.m. So I would game until like 2:30, get dressed, go to work from 3 a.m. to 1 p.m., sleep to like 7 or 8, and then game again. It was a really healthy schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Slasher and Aches to get in the lobby, and then we will be able to start this one off. Looks like first one's going to be a Solar Hardpoint. Saw TCM get blown out by Optic Gaming on this one. See if FaZe will do the same. Looks like the AR versus Envy series started up as well. Currently, Solar Hardpoint as well. It's 20 to 25. Nothing really to talk about there. I mean, the game just started. But it looks like everybody's in the lobby, so this one should get kicked off soon. I'm excited to see this FaZe Red team at Champs Chance. I think, they are the best chance to take down Optic Gaming.
You think they have a better chance over TK, who's gone to like Game 5 multiple times?
I think so. For some reason, I just can't see TK. Can you see TK holding a check with like the confetti raining from the sky and everything? I just can't picture it in my head.
I can see Sharp holding the check with the confetti. I don't know about the rest of the team. I think they can be obviously like a top 3 contender, but you're right. I don't know if they can take Optic Gaming down. To me, it's going to be either FaZe Red or Denial that takes Optic Gaming down. And maybe with this new patch out, that's going to give them some sort of advantage. But I have really no idea how it's going to pan out. I'm just expecting Optic Gaming to win.
All right, so we're going to get this one kicked off. Chance, who do you want to start on board with first?
I think we've been watching a lot of TCM on the ESR lately, so let's just jump on board with Enable. Why not?
Yeah,
if they
Enable,
can pick a
he's
team,
changing teams.
Which I don't think they were
Looks like they're not ready. But we're going to jump on board with the Red Baron Enable once this game gets started up. Last night we did community game night. It was Ben and Enable against myself and Clay, where we officially anointed myself as the caster of the people, the official caster of the people.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Ben has to refer to me as the people's caster forever. I am going to get a gold microphone that I'm going to bring to events and only speak out of that.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Right? Who's your favorite wrestler, Chance?
My favorite who?
Wrestler. Do you ever watch wrestling?
WWE type wrestling?
Yeah. Like real wrestling,
I had a game when I was a kid, and I always used Sting because he had a baseball bat.
Yo,
I don't keep up with
WCW No Mercy for the 64? Is that the one you had?
It might have been.
That
Maybe.
game was fire, dude. You used to be able to go to the backstage area, just beat people down with chairs.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of that. Yeah,
maybe actually
Sting was cool.
Brock Lesnar. I'll go him because I'm a pretty big UFC fan, and since he's worked his way back into WWE, I can live with that decision.
UFC is kind of fake.
I'm sorry, what?
UFC is kind of fake compared to like WWE.
Oh yeah, totally. Jesus,
that
like upsets me. The fact that
I can't even look at the camera.
Even joking, that kind of hurts my feelings.
Yeah, no, I would totally say that. Nope. Sting or Triple H could probably beat, John Bones Jones in a fight. How is John Bones Jones going to react to the pedigree? Not going to be able to.
I really hope you're kidding, Miss Matt. I'm normally the sarcastic one.
I'm being sarcastic. Right now. I am pretty sure if Sting fought John Bones Jones, the fight would be over very fast. As I don't think it would be very easy for Sting to put him in the Scorpion Deathlock. I think John Bones Jones should fight out of that. But we're going to go on board with Enable. Looks like everybody here in the game. I've been really impressed with Enable lately. On this FaZe lineup, it's able to do pretty much everything. Run the AR and the SMG. And everybody going to join the game. Patrick Price joining in a little bit later, but it's going to be Enable and the rest of FaZe working down this A street, trying to get control of this first hard point.
Okay, and just for some early initial clarification for me, the color scheme is backwards, right? In this new broadcaster mode?
For the kill feed, yep.
Okay, just making sure, because that's going to screw with me. But right away, early game, I don't know. Not much is going on. FaZe has a nice little 6-2 lead, but Control's going to go back and forth. TCM just going to be looking to break this hill, but FaZe right now in power positions. They're just doing everything they need to right now. Looking good off the break for them.
Yeah, and you got Parasite. He's doing a nice job locking down this first hard point. 3-1, start things off. And usually we don't see a lot of teams get a ton of time on this hard point chance, but FaZe, they do an excellent job of this, and I think it's because of their 2 AR setup. They run Enable and Slasher, both of those battles off the start, sometimes even 3 with Aches, and they do a fantastic job locking down the middle of the map.
Yeah, you're right. Aches for like 30 seconds was just sitting in cut, not doing anything. He was 1-1 for the first 60 seconds of the entire match. So literally FaZe is just like, the team is doing everything you need to in terms of slaying power. But the match is getting underway. FaZe still up 20-9. They also have the good top spawns. TCM is going to be looking to try and break this hill. They're going to send 3 in there right now. Actually, it's going to be contested, and they are able to get some time. Going to be working their way back right now. It's a good break from them. I like what I saw. They sent 3 and 2 from cut, 1 from the back. They were able to pinch out and break it. Good stuff from them. I like the plays.
Yeah, and this is Gunshi. This is a big test for Gunshi for me. He had a very good game against Optic Gaming the other night, and to really solidify himself as one of the best ARs in Call of Duty, you're going to need to see him do it on a consistent basis. Currently, sitting at 5 and 6. But he's going to be their main AR on this TCM lineup. If he slays out and does well, they're going to be able to slay with the best of them, because Jerd and Moose are fantastic slayers. And then you have Shane, who's a master in the OBJ department as well. I think you're going to have no problem, contending with North American teams if they're able to do that. Parasite's going to pick up 1. They're going to be pushing towards this back hill, but early control is going to go to TCM here, Chance. What does FaZe need to do to really gain control of this as they just break the hill right back?
Well, obviously, pretty much exactly what they need to do. They have one person working the flank, the other 3 are pushing up the other side of the map at the bottom of your mini-map right now. So they were just able to get their early initial break kills. The guy came off the flank, picked up the final guy from TCM, and that was all she wrote. But TCM able to flood right back and retain this hard point control. So we're going to have a pretty close match right now, 37-37. TCM showing a lot of promise against FaZe right now.
Yeah, and I think they're going to, as the Pro League goes on, I think they're just going to get better and better. A lot of people don't realize, they are here for the long haul. It really hasn't kind of set in with me yet either, that it looks like almost, TCM, they came here early to scrim for champs, but no, they are going to be here for the entirety of Season 2 in the Pro League. It's going to be 7 seconds left on this hill, and you're going to see 3 players from TCM rotate up top. Love the decisions here. Shane's going to have a big battle here in the mid-cut. He's going to be able to take out 1, and they have 1 player still on that left-hand side for FaZe. It's going to be Aches. They're going to need to take him out. They're going to let him kind of linger over there. But big gun battles coming out of Shane. And it's going to be TCM able to control this off the start. I think on this one, Chance, that FaZe is going to need to pinch and try and break this hill as a team.
Yeah, this happened last time. TCM beat him off the rotation, but FaZe was able to break away from the pinch. And you see 1 player is sitting up top maps right now for FaZe, but he does get taken out. But the rest of the FaZe squad is coming in from the glass side of the map. So right now, Enable is going to be your guy in the hill, doing some good stuff right now. Moose actually on a 4-kill streak. He's going to be able to come and break the hill, make it a 5-kill streak. And now he's going to be able to lock down that glass side as TCM clears out the hill from FaZe.
And TCM making a very nice comeback here in this first hard point. Talking to Shane earlier, I was just asking him just a whole lot of questions about playstyle and what they've learned so far, and he was saying that in the 2 days that they've been here in North America, they learned more about their gameplay and how they should be playing than the entirety of their time spent in Europe. You're going to see Jerd in the hill. He's going to be able to pick up one. Has 2 players behind him, and Chance, I love watching Jerd play. He has some of the craziest movement in all of Advanced Warfare. And I think, once he kind of gets used to that North American playstyle and just gets used to the speed of the game, we're going to see some amazing plays out of Jerd, some top 5 caliber plays. And you see Parasite on your screen right now trying to lock down this hard point. I think this is really going to be a split in the second half of the game. What are you going to look for FaZe to really take control of this?
They got beat on all the rotations on the 2 major hills at both the top and bottom of the map. So if they can, and they were able to break the first one, but TCM completely overran them the second, and that's where they picked up the majority of their time. So FaZe on the next set of rotations can just beat TCM and set up on the 2 major hills. I think they'll be able to do just fine. But it's 85 to 86 right now. FaZe was able to come back. We got a really competitive game right now. Both teams doing pretty well. No team outslaying the other too heavily. Although Parasite is having a pretty phenomenal game right now at 22 and 13, and he's on an 8 kill streak.
Oh,
so
you jinxed him. You jinxed him, Chance. I was going to say that too. Parasite was on an 8 kill streak. He really helped bring this FaZe lineup back on that hill. Going into that 5th one, they were down to TCM. It wasn't too much, but still, they were down, and Parasite single-handedly bringing them back with that 8 streak. So now it's going to be FaZe taking control of this middle hard point. It's going to be Parasite on it as well. And what I love about Parasite's gameplay, Chance, is that he does everything that you need to do. I mean, he's in the hills, he's slaying out, no SMDs, carrying the bomb, getting first blood. I mean, the guy has no weakness as a player.
Yeah, I remember when the stats came out for kill death ratio, Slayer stats like that, people were calling Parasite like a stat whore. And then COD stats went back and did hill time stats and stuff like that, and Parasite was top of the board for absolutely everything. And so his 8 kill streak right there, he was in the hill that entire time. So yeah, Parasite just really proved himself to be one of the best all-around players in the game.
Yeah, I know some people don't want to give him the credit that I think he deserves, but he is a fantastic player, and we're going to see FaZe. There's going to be behind here, it's going to be TCM picking up this beginning of this next hill. It's going to be Jerd on it. He's going to have a gun battle to his left. He's going to be taken out by Aches. Going to need to see Aches push this hill. I like to see Aches run an SMG. I think when he uses the AR, just plays way too passive. And then you're going to have Slasher. He's going to have to change his role because they're going to need to get more pressure. I think if FaZe is to be successful, they're going to have Aches run a sub. I think that's going to be the best way for them to do it. But it's going to be Shane helping locking down that hill for TCM. It's got on a 3 streak right now, but check us out. Gunshi on a 9 kill streak right now, Chance.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. For whatever reason, a lot of different players are going on really long streaks on very specific hills. So Gunshi's absolutely massive right now. He's going to pull that up to a 10 streak, which means at one point he was sitting at 15 and 21. So at some point he wasn't having that great of a game, and he's just completely turned it around. And that reflects the score right now. TCM being up by about 40 points now.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing that we saw on the flip side with Parasite. I mean, Parasite goes on a monster streak, and FaZe takes the lead. And then you have Gunshi answering with a huge streak of his own. And now it's going to be TCM taking the lead. Shane trying to jump out of the hardpoint, pick up 1. He's not able to do so. It's going to be Gunshi, though, flooding into the hill. He's going to have a player behind him as well. He's going to be able to know he's not going to be able to take him out. Ake's going to clean him up from the side. And Ake's in a nice power position up top. Going to try and drop down, pick up 1. It's going to not pick up the second one. Kills being exchanged in the hill. And you see the pressure that Jerd is putting on in this game. 28 and 27 with 11 captures. Just really doing a nice job assaulting the hill. I would compare him to an Attach. In this game, I think Attach does a really good job putting pressure on the hill. I think that player is so important, though, to every team, Chance.
Yeah, I agree. Putting pressure, obviously, is a definite thing you need to have in pretty much every single game type. Maybe not Search and Destroy, depending on how you look at it, but it looks like we're going to actually have some scrappy rotations right now. There's 2 FaZe players up and top there, but Gunshi is going to be working his way in. FaZe does get this initial control, but they're going to have to hold this for the entire time to be able to get back in this match. It's TCM just up by 70 points right now, doing an extremely good job.
And going into this top hill, it looks like Shane has pulled out an AR as well. So Looks like that TCM, they're going to stack ARs on this last hill, try and get that good control, and they're not really going to worry about too much time. They're just going to try and lock it down. And you see Shane, he's going to be the last one alive. He's going to have a huge gun battle. You're going to see Aches pick up 2. Aches trying to dance around in the hill, not able to do so, but 25 seconds left. TCM hasn't taken a ton of time here, Chance, but they've done a great job of just wasting the clock, not letting FaZe take any time.
Yeah, you're right. They can really just contest at this point. They're doing everything they need to do, being up by 80 points with just 1 hill left. So I'm pretty sure this game's already completely locked up for TCM, which I didn't see coming, but every single player on TCM having a very good game. Your only player that's negative, Shane, he has 9 captures. He's still doing work. And then Slasher on the other side is having a pretty slow game at 24 and 33. And, you know, he's one of the main slayers for FaZe. So, you know, if your main slayer isn't performing, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for your team.
Yeah, I think that's really where this game's decided between Slasher and Gunshi. You got Gunshi 34 and 30 right now with that bow, really locking down lanes for TCM. And then on the flip side, Slasher struggling a little bit, 25 and 34. Believe this is a TCM host, so connecting to North Carolina for Slasher, pretty difficult. But still, you know, you'd expect better numbers out of him, one of the best slayers in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I forgot about the whole host thing, it being online and all that. Slasher, you're right. Do you know where he's located? Do you have any idea?
Slasher's in California.
Jesus, that's terrible for them.
Yeah, so California to a quad North Carolina host is going to be kind of difficult to play from, but it's going to be TCM taking map number 1, 240 to 135. I believe map number 2 is going to be a Biolab S&D. So, guys, stay tuned. It's going to be TCM up 1-0 against FaZe.